Hello everybody, welcome to Broadbeach Bowls Club. We have the Australian Open, day 13 or something like that it is. And we're here for the final of the Vision-Impaired singles. Fred McConnell from Cudgen and Dallas Harding from Bargara. We've had some rugby league blues supporters, gremlins, hiding in the machine, so we've missed the kick-off. It started with Dallas winning the first three ends, Fred coming back with a toucher on the next end, and some number of shots on this end we're not too sure of.
No, just had a look at the score there. It was 4-1.
It's 4-1. Well, that'll make it, could be, well, it's at least two, isn't it? It's 2 or 4. So we'll be close to, we'll find out shortly, all 4, 5-4, I think that would be in Fred's favour.
So good morning to you, Jim. And for those of you out there who don't know, my name is Andrew Reid. I'm joining Jim this morning. Be here throughout the day to help with the commentary for the disability events.
A little bit closer or a bit louder or whatever there, Andrew.
All right.
That's better. Oh, we're still measuring, but the umpire has signalled 4. We've whacked 4 on the thing. Let's see what the umpire signals now.
Looks like she's only holding up 3 now, but...
Yes, very interesting game, this one. For those, Freddie has got some sensational scores on his thing, winning this event to 21 and 22. Runner-up last year in the pairs, and 14 times he's played Jackaroos. Only 3, so we have got a 4-all. Marker went off a little bit early before they measured, putting 4 up. Now, I was quizzed a bit by Andrew Howie when I arrived here, knowing that I was going to be commentating. He said, you're supposed to be impartial, and I said, I'm always impartial when I commentate. Just because I've got a maroon cap on and a Bargara shirt on doesn't mean that I wouldn't be impartial at any stage. That Dallas being from my home club, and knowing all his history of playing bowls, because he's only been playing about 4 years, along.
He's doing all right for someone who's been bowling for such a short time.
Came along for our Barefoot Thursday night bowlers with Robbie Alder and myself. Robbie's here. We've come down to watch Dallas and Jake, both Bargara blind bowlers. We were trying to get a little final when they were both in the semi-finals, but Jake went down to Fred in his side of things. And when bowlers come along to our barefoot bowlers, we don't really coach them like coaches coach them. We just say, throw it down there and have fun. Well, and Dallas has gone from that to where he is at the moment in 4 years.
And it's amazing to see, I think, like, being a para bowler myself, bowlers who are blind and in wheelchairs just completely amaze me. That
yes,
they have that muscle memory ability that some of us only wish we had.
Delgado amazed me 2 years ago, might be 3 years ago, when the finals were at Capella Bar. He made the final of the singles and got like 25-23 against Chris Rosanis in that final, and the green was heavy. It had rained most of that May, and all the non-handicapped bowlers were running off the mat to get the bowl up to the other end, and Damien was playing just with his arm out of the side of the wheelchair. Yeah. And it was really impressive that he could match it with the best in the state just by playing his arm, just swinging his arm on the side of a wheelchair, where the other players were running that, as
Yeah.
delivery has as they come forward and let the ball go
Yes.
with their body weight.
To get the momentum through, yes. I had a very good game against David Mins the other day and felt very good about my win, and then came up against Damien Delgado and then felt very good about his win.
Yep.
Absolutely gave me a lesson.
Well, he's very hard to beat in the open bowls, let alone the handicap bowls. I mean, here's a really good shot from Fred. He picked the jack up.
Very nice bowl.
Oh, he did.
Didn't quite take it with him, but
Probably got the shot where he was 2 down before. No, he's still 2 down, Marcus telling us. Oh, hang on. Sorry, Marcus not telling us that. We're getting our blue and our red round the wrong way. She's telling us that there's 2 shots to the black bowls.
Yeah, very hard to see the colour on the screen at the moment with the sun coming in behind. You can only see the shadows.
Yes, when we started, the buildings had the green was completely in shade from the high-rise buildings around the place, and now half an hour into the game, we're completely bathed in sunshine, and people have been peeling their jumpers off.
So Fred on the mat now, just coming down. He's gone a bit wider. Kitty's gone out a little bit further, but I'm not sure that he's going to come back. No, but he's staying on deck, so
3 bowls each. They're going to want a bit of a wander. While they're doing that, we'll do a bit of a story on Fred. I see that he was Cudgen Leagues Club, so one of my best mates from home at Bargara is Dean Akers, who's basically our star football coach, rugby league coach up there. And he came from Cudgen, and just before the game I said to Fred, you know a bloke called Dean Akers, he plays golf with my brother. He said, no, Dean Akers. I went on a kangaroo tour with him to England.
yeah.
So we have a Bargara Cudgen connection there as well. Dino being a pretty well-known celebrity around the Bundaberg area. He's a leading rugby league coach and a golfer. We get him down to play bowls a couple of times a year, but we haven't been able to corral him. He does too many other things. Dallas is in the right area here.
Very nice bowl coming in here. Just
might have to pick
pull up.
it up. Well, question mark.
So,
as expected, these greens are really good.
well, they're good every year. And it would have been nice if if the boys in orange would have been able to have that they swapped around with
Have the orange clothes.
Yes. Dallas has the orange bowls, but is in
The orange
in
bowls
blue.
and the blue stickers on them.
Yeah. And then Fred's in the orange. I'm not sure what's the colour bowl he's got. It's a black or dark blue.
Yeah, it's blackish, yeah. Close enough to black.
Very good shot there of the measure. Going to come around to that side one, yes.
Fairly close from here. Oh no, definitely in. Looking for 2. We can't get 2.
Don't think so, no. Arm doesn't stretch that far. Needs a new measure.
1 shot to the blue. It got to the 5-4 part of it, whereas Dallas scored the first 4. Fred's got the next 5.
So I should mention too that Fred McConnell's director is Brian Murray, and for Dallas Harding, the director is Martin Atwood.
Yes, Marty plays with Dallas regularly. They're in one of our 4s teams that play pennants together, played Super Challenge together.
And I do know from over the years that the line bowlers and their directors do get a close-knit little relationship. That the trust and reliability that goes in there is very high.
Yes, Dallas has got a white cap on now instead of his natural hat that he normally wears, that he was wearing for the first few ends. Somebody must have jibed him about his hat.
Well, that's just another way to confuse us here with the colours.
Whereas Marty normally plays in a cap, he's got a hat on. And right on the bank there is Howard Johns. He's the skipper of their Division 6 side at Bargara. Very formidable Division 6 side with Dallas and Marty in the side. And
Fred just coming down on his forehand here. It doesn't look too bad. The green is coming back, but this will speed up as the day goes on. So we can quite clearly see now that that's a blue bowl. So it would have been nice if he was wearing the blue shirt with the blue bowls. It made it very easy for us.
Pretty nice starter, but that's something that it's in the swim inside a metre. See Howard Johns wandering around the place. I think he's Gary Monsey's brother-in-law, as he's claimed to fame as a star bowler, being related to a star bowler. But Dallas has got a very nice delivery.
It's not a bad delivery in his bowl. He might finish a little bit across the line, but it looks like he's going to finish jack high, which is always a handy bowl.
Close to shot.
So let's see what Fred's going to do in response. Probably change his hand, I would suggest, wouldn't?
Having a bit of a chat with Brian, however they spell that.
Something about the scoreboard.
Maybe she hasn't done the scoreboard up to date. It was affecting Fred.
Okay, so let's see if Fred is going to change his hand or if he's going to stay. It looks like he's going to stay in his forehand.
Like, it was going to be no mean feat for Dallas to beat Fred, who's won this event twice in the last few years and handled Jake Felberg reasonably comfortably in the semi-final the other day at Mermaid.
Well, that would have been no small feat. I do know Jake. I've watched him bowl plenty of times.
We have the three Felbergs on the bank watching, and we also have some more Bargara people in Wayne Barnett. And we'll throw David Green in that. They got through to the last 32, I think, yesterday before they got bowed out of the over 60 pairs. They've come along early this morning to support Dallas.
So if you are close by to the Broadbeach Bowls Club, pop on down. We've got a few finals on today.
Yes, there's nothing short of spectators around the place. At Helensvale yesterday there must have been 500 people, and I think there was 1,000 people here the other day when it was getting down to the nitty-gritty, and some fantastic games of bowls. We're only catching one on the live streaming or so, but there's plenty of action happening at Broadbeach. All the big games will be kicking in at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, Dallas just coming down on his backhand now, just trying to finish inside of his own.
Yes, it's going to be pretty good.
Very nice track.
That'll do us, Lewis.
Fred's got his shot in mind. He'd probably be looking just to come down and sit on those bowls, or just finish inside.
I think he's going to switch his hand to the backhand. Bit of breeze. Not short of a bit of breeze. It'll be nice and breezy at Muzzy Hill, where we were yesterday.
It's always breezy at Muzzy. Very good weight there from
Just
Fred.
got across a fraction.
Still looks like a 2 to Dallas there. So, as they say, if you have a success, it's just wash, rinse and repeat.
Is that it? He's tracked it pretty well.
Very nice little delivery coming out there.
In his semi-final, he was hardly ever missed his line. It was great to watch Dallas's bowls because he played the crunch part of his singles game against Scott Kinnear, which is no mean feat to beat Scott Kinnear, who's been in these finals or won them so regularly. He bowled the last 8 ends with all his bowls finished on the line. They weren't all touches, but they were all having the right grass, which is the first half of a game of bowls, is to get your grass right.
Exactly. The first bowl, very important.
Freddie's got a little bit better grass, but he's going to go a fraction.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite got the weight to make a difference.
No, he wasn't skinny at all. It'd be second shot probably. Maybe.
Dallas going to come down and have a bit of a look.
Very tricky when you're talking about bind bowlers coming down to have a look.
Very much so. We do have that. I think Dallas is a B4. So in the blind bowlers league, you've got B1 through to B4. B1 obviously being almost totally blind.
Yep.
So I don't know what. I did try to look up Fred's classification, but the breeze just starting to pick up a little bit. That'll start to make that backhand that he's on now probably a little bit narrower.
Yeah, and he has to play the same line as he played, which he gets his grass right. That's when he starts to get on the roll. And pick your grass right all the time. Well, he sent it out nicely.
He's on a good track coming in. It's not going to cross the line, which is a good thing.
Not quite going to make it, but it'll give them something to do when they're measuring.
That's right.
They've got 1, 2, 3 bowls possibly to be measured.
Well, yeah, here comes that one, and I'd suggest that other one's going to come out as well. They're going to measure that.
Marty doesn't look right with that hat on him. He's a peaked cap, and Dallas. Somebody's given him a Australian Open brand new white cap to take his customary hat.
It's just one to Dallas there.
Just one. Level it up at 5 all. 21 up, and they give them 3 hours. So we take a bit longer in the vision-impaired players. Yesterday was a long game, 15-end game, with one of the players, the director would have his foot out on the green in front of him all the time, and it took a fair bit more time than the normal bowlers.
It sounds like Peter.
No, it was Shaggy, or what's his Shaggy had on his back.
I know Peter and Helen. Helen is a very good blind bowler, and Peter does that for her, gives her the angle off the mat.
Yep.
Dallas has thrown this almost to the tee, and the mat is right back.
Fairway back with the mat, up onto the tee. You lose a bit of concentration when some people are walking their dogs past here.
Nice little track coming in, just a little short, about a yard short, but something for him to build on.
He nailed his grass. That's the part that's going to get him to the line if he wins, is by getting that grass right.
So it looks like Fred's lining up on his forehand.
He's got a pretty good track. Is he going to get there?
Well,
close enough to getting
home.
there.
Very good bowl.
Great shot.
Just behind Jack. But you wouldn't be upset with that if you weren't a blind bowler, so...
Mm.
And Dallas just pinching his line a little bit there, but...
Changed his hand.
Didn't prove on his weight a little.
Changed his hand because he could see the Jack-eye bowl sitting there, whereas he had the line on the other side.
And Fred's coming down again. Very similar line to his last. A little bit narrower, but still going to reach right up to the kitty.
Going to hang around enough for another shot.
Yeah, two very good bowls. Now, Dallas will be looking to make a correction here.
Well, he's got a better track. Had to pull up.
He's coming in around the side. Not going to quite fall over.
Still two, the marker's going to tell us.
So, Stukin with his forehand, which is obviously the right choice for us looking at the screen. Not always an easy choice when you're out on the mat, but two good bowls so far. No reason why you can't make it three.
Coming into the head, and he's just behind maybe.
Yeah, definitely going in behind. Looks like
Might be all the way behind.
Yeah, falling off into the ditch, but trying to get a back bowl is not the wrong thing to do.
No, not much good being short. Dallas has to correct a bit. He has to keep his grass line, which he think he has, so it gives him a chance.
Yeah, it's all down to his weight now. It does look a little light.
Gives him a chance.
He's reaching right up there. That was very deceptive. Might have cut it back to one. Yeah, just the one now to Fred. Be interesting to see if he stays on his forehand or if he switches to his back just to try and move that bowl. Maybe sit for three.
He's having a bit of a chat. Questioning his director exactly what you said, whether to change his hand or not. And he's going to change his hand, I think. Look at him.
Yeah, he's lining up on his backhand. Might be just a tad wide for that hand.
It's a bit quick.
Yeah, going into the ditch, but it did have the right weight had he got the line right.
He will take one and he'll go to 6-5. Oh, I haven't been looking at the questions. What time does the coverage
Start on 7+.
what time does the coverage start on 7 Plus? I couldn't answer that one. I'd have to get the hold of the boss to do that. Watching from Silverdale, we have Philip Lubke, Deborah Smith. I'm not too sure what time we're kicking on 7 Plus. We'll endeavour to find out.
For those of you who are new to vision-impaired bowls, you'll see down the left side of the screen there's some numbers. They place metre markers every 2 metres. That helps when the kitty stops. The marker lets the bowler know what marker it stops near, gives them an idea of the length that they're rolling.
I think a lot of normal bowlers need that sort of help most of the time.
Absolutely.
It's not it's something that the blind bowlers get to them, and the marker would often say, there's all the odd numbers along right in front of me here. I can see 33, 31, 29, etc. all the way down. And halfway between they'll say 30, 30, where the jack is, and the bowler will look over to his side and figure out how far the mat's up the green and know what the yardage is.
And that's why everyone who sits here and says, what good is maths when you're at school? Well, there you go. There's one of the reasons why.
Yes. And the whole idea of the game, you roll it down and someone says you're 2 metres short. Well, you've just figured out that you just bowled a 29 metre bowl. You better bowl a 31 metre bowl next time.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of normal bowlers would really need something like that.
Fred has taken some weight off, but still left plenty of room for Dallas to get in there. He's just got to improve on his last, looks like.
To get that grass right. We change our hand.
He's changing his
as soon
hand.
as he sees one out there, he changes his hand. He probably needs a little bit more of sticking to the same side of the green, which he did in the semi-finals. He's playing one backhand, one forehand, one backhand, one forehand.
Yeah, it's a very hard thing to get your grass and your length right.
Well, the wind's blowing a bit, and the shadows are basically gone now, but there was a fair bit of shadow on the green, making the two hands different. Fred's missed his grass a bit, but his weight's about perfect.
Weight is exactly perfect, but he won't be happy that he's gone that far over, and hands on the hip is always a sign to say, I don't like that.
Well, Dallas has got to play one now because he's played 2 ordinary shots. He's had much better grass this time.
Very good grass on this one. The weight doesn't look that bad, maybe a little short, but it's enough to get him in there. Get shot.
He found his grass. That's the trick of it. Weight will come with you when you get your grass right.
Very true.
There's some people around the place that I haven't seen for a long time.
The Australian Open's a fantastic event, bringing people all together from all over Australia.
Yes, there's more players outside of Queensland.
For just going under there a bit long.
Not far away, but I fancy Dallas just. We're going to ask.
Yeah, Mark had just shown him shot bowlers, his front one, so. Hand in line again.
He's a bit under this time.
Even if he
Might
is
be under
his
in
own,
weight.
Yeah.
Ooh, perfect weight.
Yeah, it just looks like the one there to Dallas.
Now, I know Brian Marshall always talks about Robbie Allen being a junior All Black. But I reckon Dallas was close to being a junior All Black. He's been here for, went to school with my brother, so he's been here for 50 years. But he was a very good rugby union player for the Turtles in Bundaberg. Mark Ram and Dallas were one or runner-up in a premiership one time, as they comes back from a rugby union family with a bit of Kiwi in him. We haven't been able to kick it out of him in 50 years.
Yeah, a bit before my time.
He's been here for 50 years and we haven't been able to strain the Kiwi out of him yet. But he's a very good rugby union player, which gives him a chance of being a very good lawn bowls player.
Dallas on the backhand now. Looks to be a very good line coming in. Very good home. Okay, Fred's following him down. Just a little bit too heavy. It's not going to bend back in time, so that'll roll into the ditch.
Looks like Alan Carney put a message on and retracted it. Oops. Alan Carney's retracted a message. Better send us another message, Alan.
Okay, Dallas down.
Heading the right way. I said get all the way.
The weight's very good.
Well, the biddy's got the grass right twice. Keeps getting the grass right. A weight will come with him.
Fred's got a harder job now, having his last one go in the ditch, just to adjust that weight.
Brett Clifford, look at that. What a fine figure of a man.
Looks like he's just going to run underneath.
Does he get past it on the inside?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Wonder if that's cut that down or if it's still a 2. No, just won the shot.
David Green would be spending his money for making the last 64. Wayne Barnett must have been playing really good bowls to carry David Green through to the last 64. There's prize money down to the last 64, I think, David. You know that?
Dallas just going to arrive onto his own bowl, just underneath.
Well, grab that one would make a difference. Oh, that's might have made 3.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3. No, well, 1.
1. The long and short bowls are a little bit further away. Picture of the wind blowing Freddie's jersey around. A little bit under on his grass.
Yeah, the weight's not quite there either, but...
Yes, it looks more like 3 than 1 on the TV screen.
Certainly does, but you can see now...
Oh, Robbie's got that back one's a fair way behind, isn't it?
Yeah. Very good line again. And coming
Got
home
his
very
grass
nice.
right. Got his grass right this time.
Very nice bowl. Beautiful bowl.
And a knocker.
Back resting toucher is exactly what you need.
Long way to go in this game at 6-all. Well, Fred's up this time.
He's having a look. It's very close. If he can just sit it for two, take out the second shot, but it's just going to slide on past.
We're going to say 2 at the moment. Mark is going to tell us soon. She's going to have a bit of a look.
Always a difficult job being a marker. At the start of all my games, I told the marker, don't worry, it's only a guess you give us. It's our responsibility to declare the head, not yours.
Yes, we had.
So 2 are taken out. They're looking at the third now.
The front one, Marty wants the front one, whereas the marker said it wasn't in before. Ooh,
Definitely in. Yeah.
Was it? We were trying to call that one in. We'll call it 3.
Yeah, 3 is the call. So Dallas picks up another 3 to make him 9.
It's the only score other than a 1 or 2 so far in this game. A bit of a mini break, or whatever you like to say.
Yeah, it's always nice to have 4 or 5 shots as a little bit of a lead.
Might be in the ditch.
Oh, very close to the edge. On the tee.
Couldn't have gone much further than that.
No, not at all. Not without a parachute.
Don't think I've ever been out of bed this time of the day after a State of Origin game, especially a State of Origin win.
Well, it was over in Western Australia, so I dare say a few people had a bit of a... Although it was a little bit early.
Oh no, it was 6 o'clock their time.
So it's a...
Good starter. Ditch the ditch.
Very good starter here from Dallas.
Hello, we have got a comment. Sel Frost. Morning, gents. Go Dallas from Frosty and Bundaberg. Hello, Frosty. We were going to have Frosty sing at one of our presentation dinners or something, and I didn't know how good a singer he was till I caught him out. We were out one night and Frosty and his band were playing at a venue. He sang for 4 hours without singing a bad song.
Well, that's the thing about bowls clubs, and in my experience over the years, there's the people with hidden talents that are in there. Dallas changing his hand now, just wants to sit in front of Fred's last bowl.
I think he changes his hand a little bit too much when he had that first one.
I think
such a good bowl.
Yeah.
You got to go and guess for the other side of the green.
But I know a lot of full-sided bowlers that do the exact same thing. Just look to sit inside that bowl that's on the wing that they can see.
Yes. I lost a game of singles back in the old days against a bloke that had me completely confused because he'd play one on his forehand and one on his backhand.
Yeah.
First 2 bowls in a game of singles. I said to him, "Well, what are you doing that for?" He said, "I'm finding out which is the easiest hand.
Yeah.
Play my last 2 on." It was
Marker just indicating that there's a measure there.
mind-boggling. He had me completely confused. I was thinking of doing it myself.
Oh, you just confuse yourself if you did that. Dallas bowl's just hanging out there.
Fred doesn't have to do much different.
No, he doesn't. He's sticking to the same hand, which makes it a little bit easier to adjust. So
Dallas's bowl's sitting down, which might win him with the measure because it's very close.
although Fred has followed Dallas out wide and they're not coming back, the weight was perfect on that bowl.
She's going to say measure.
Yeah, Dallas is going to stick with his forehand.
We've had 2 forehand shockers. We'll try and get him right this time.
It's a much better line. Very good delivery. Weight looks very good as well.
That's why he played.
Yeah,
A little ripple of applause from the crowd.
took the measure out of that one for certain. I wonder if we'll see Fred come down with a little bit extra weight.
Well, he doesn't want to be out wide as he was with the 3rd bowl, that's all. Has he got the weight?
The line is not bad at all.
Has he got the weight?
I think he's just going to pull up short. So they'll probably measure
One and a look.
another for the second one for Dallas.
A lying down bowl. Might beat the standing up bowl. Just on its belly sticking out. The marker hasn't had a guess it.
Well, even for someone like myself who's sighted, I don't muck about. If the shadow is over it like that, you just put the measure on because it.
Yes, the shadows sneaking in across there.
Another very good shot there. Thank you, Robbie. Yeah, looks like 2.
2. The line down bowl wins. We think. 2 it is.
Yeah. Confused us then because he rolled out the bowl that was not second shot. So.
Yeah. But we get a little 11-6.
A little bit of a break now. Something for Dallas to build on. Fred will be looking just to close the gap.
Well, Dallas is continuing to throw the jack up towards the 6-foot line. Perhaps I should call it the 2-metre line, seeing as feet and inches went out 50 years ago.
Not quite. They taught us. I'm only 53, and they taught us feet and metres in school. So I'm part of that generation that's caught in between.
It's something like 50 years ago. But all the kids say, how far short are you? 3 foot short, 2 foot short.
Yeah.
They don't say 600 mil.
No, they don't, and they don't do it now either.
If they, You know, imagine that 50 years ago since it's been millimetres, and nobody says you're 600 mil short.
Very good opening bowl there from Dallas.
And a knocker.
He'll be feeling very good now with a little bit of a lead and a bowl like that to open with. You just don't want to relax too much.
No, there won't be any relaxing. High-class sportsman, Dallas.
Fred's probably pinched his line a little. The weight is very good to try and peel that kitty off, but not wasted if he doesn't go in the ditch.
You could see he had a bit of venom in his eyes there.
Well, everybody gets saucers for eyes when they see a head like that.
Yep. We can't quite see the scores in that other game on this screen with Serena Bonnell's playing.
The semi-final over there, yes.
She's playing Christine Constable for the semi-final.
What a great bowl by Dallas. And he switched up and changed hands like he normally does when there's a bowl on that wing, but
I don't know that you would want to stop him changing hands because he's handling it pretty well.
Well, handling it better than most people I know.
Fred's have another lick at it.
He's probably just a bit too wide, but I tell you what, that weight to make that head change is spot on.
Well, we can guess that that's 2. The marker's held up 2. I reckon it's not even much of a measure.
No. But we'll see, Dallas is going to stay with the hand he switched to, his forehand. Ideally, he'd probably want to get a foot or 2 behind. He's certainly given it the extra grass to get out to those bowls of Fred's.
He's a bit short.
It's probably counting, but that's the line he wants, but probably another metre.
Well, it's not one to wick off anyway. See,
no.
Fred's bowl's right back near the lip of the ditch.
Yeah, Fred will stay with his backhand here. He's got.
If he has 2 more licks here, which he's having a bit of a lick, he's closer this time, but.
Oh, I think he's taken a little too much weight off with that line.
Well, he's a good draw shot.
Well, we'll have a look now.
We'll have a look for 2.
Marker looks like she's indicating 3. She
3.
is. Yes.
Geez.
So.
Sure that's 3 marker, because that front bowl looks to beat the wide, nearly the same length as the wide one.
Well, she's a lot closer than we are, but it'll be interesting to see. Dallas is staying with his forehand here, so he would want to make sure he's got that line out right. Doesn't want to pinch it, and
especially if he's got 3.
Well, he's not going to roll that one of Fred's up, that's for sure.
You get in behind somewhere.
It's probably where he wanted his 3rd bowl.
He might be in the ditch, but oh no.
No, he sat Fred's bowl.
We haven't got Robbie here. He's sat the back bowl. We can see from our viewpoint in real terms that he stayed up for a back bowl.
So what's Fred going to do here? He's 3 down, possibly 4 now.
He needs to score. I think it's only 2. He doesn't, even a 2 will make a bit of a break.
It's a much better line from Fred, just still a little bit over on the weight.
Now we'll find out whether this is 2 or 3. It's certainly a good break for Dallas. From 6-5 behind he was. Can't possibly be in that left-hand bowl.
It's a bit hard looking at a 2-dimensional screen, but that side orange, I actually favour that. It's a lot closer using the lines.
You're just siding with the marker. You're just siding with the marker.
Well, if she says 3, I'll take 3. But it's certainly much closer on that line. And then the distance have a look. So
That's a tricky little measure, this one.
Taken 2 out. Yeah, so there we go. That's a much better angle to see it on. So 3 it is.
3 it is. Never argue with a marker.
No.
That's a handy break for Dallas. He goes to 14. He's scored the last 9 shots.
I don't think we'll see him change his tactic for the length.
No, he'll be sending it up towards the 6-foot line.
Just going to pull up. I've actually had a discussion with a couple of people about 6 foot or 2 metres. The reality is the green's been here for quite a number of years, so it's seen the 6 foot and the 2 metre.
Good shot here. Can you pull up? Very nice shot. Great bowl there for any variety of bowler, not just a bowler with a disability. No, I've had a couple of losing arguments with Chloe Stewart when I've been commentating with Chloe, when I said that they were throwing the ditch to ditch. She said it's not ditch to ditch, it's tee to tee.
Yeah.
You can't put the mat in the ditch and throw the kitty in the ditch. So
very good response there from Fred.
That's old timers. That's old timers that talk about ditch to ditch.
That's right.
Yes, a good answer from Fred. He had to do something really good to stop this flow. And just over a foot away.
A very good line there from Dallas.
He's forced Dallas into staying on the same hand.
That's right. It's the first time we've seen him stay.
It could be an error.
Well, didn't move his bowl back, just sideways, so...
Had his grass right again. Fred's having a bit of a look to see...
Just asking which one is shot bowled, indicating Fred's first one.
Now Fred's changed his hand. No, he hasn't.
No, he's coming on the same hand. It's got a...
Didn't want to slice it.
No, just an unfortunate result there.
Ooh, unlucky. It was thereabouts.
I think we see Dallas stay on that hand now.
That's when things aren't going right for you, things aren't going right for you.
No.
Glenn Taylor watching from Victoria in Bowling Club in Canada. Interesting that movement, that mat movement is permitted. When I played the third World Blind Bowlers in '85, the mat had to be on the 2 metre mark. Okay, Glenn.
That could actually be true in some countries. You've got world bowls that has their base rules, and then every country develops their conditions of play for each tournament. So there's some variations. Here in Australia, we play 21 metres, internationals 23. So,
but he's saying the mat went on the 6 foot line, on the 2 metre line all the time, and played from there.
Yeah.
Which you can see that's quite a possibility. And Freddie got forced to changing his hand, and found the hardship of changing the hand. Mr. Dallas will watch how well he gets this bowl away.
Yeah,
gets down nice and low.
Very good speed
Got his
coming
grass
in.
right.
Yeah, looks to be. Just needs to stop inside that one for, I'd say, that's close to second. Even be more than one there.
Sort of the shadow in the corner there that was 1 and a measure marker indicated.
Fred now on his backhand again, just trying to reach that orange bowl of Dallas's.
He's trying. Got the second shot out, I would think. Or the measure shot out, we'd say. It should still be Dallas's mat and another one on the ticker. Now, when that first 20 minutes or so when we couldn't get up and running, did you learn any more of those Kiwi swear words that Robbie was uttering?
No. Here on the Gold Coast we have a fantastic mixture of New Zealanders and Australians. I think there's just as many New Zealanders here, so...
Yeah, but some of those Kiwi swear words I'd never heard before. Well, if he's measuring this one,
yeah,
the other one must have been in for sure.
it looks to be in, so... Well, it looks very much like, well, now I'm confused because it looked very much like she called 2 and then they picked up the kitty and now it's 1, so we'll just trust they can see it better than we can.
Gee, there's a bloke. He's out of bed. My dear brother.
Back to
out of bed after a State of Origin game.
Back to the tee.
I was looking for a place called Maxie's Bar when in actual fact it was Waxy's Bar. No wonder I couldn't find it early on. But we eventually got there to watch the football game last night.
Just going under, but his weight's very good. Yeah, there'll be a lot of sore heads this morning, I would suggest.
Well, it was $12 a pint of gold, 4X gold, $12, and they give you a cap. Look, the cap was worth $12.
Yeah. Could have sold a few this morning, probably.
A maroon cap with 4X written across the top of it. Can't get any better than that.
No, and there'd be quite a few who'd be happy to distribute them down in New South Wales as well.
Here comes Fred. Good shot, Freddie.
Very good opener from Fred there.
He's got to stop this rot because it's only 2 ends away from finishing. 2 threes.
Exactly. And we can see, once again, Dallas is changing it to that hand that he can see the bowl sitting on.
Yep. Well, it's working for him.
It is, and his line is very good again.
He's a bit across, but not much. And he got his weight.
I'll look and see if Fred changes now. I'd probably suggest he'd stay where he's staying on that forehand.
You'd think just looking up above the building there, you'd think those cranes would be doing something instead of just sitting there. It must cost them something just to sit the crane there and doing nothing. Like it's a Thursday morning. You'd think there'd be workers sitting on them.
I think the most of the times I've seen them going is that they have them up just at dawn. As it gets towards the middle of the day and gets hotter, they vacate.
Okay.
Or if it's a high wind day, then they don't go up.
We need a bit more grass than that. Or fall on your back off that. Not quite.
It doesn't look to be close enough to be in, but yeah, one orange, so that's Fred's holding one there. He's coming down on that forehand again. His weight looks very good. Doesn't want to move the kitty, but
A bit dangerous. He stayed up. Well, Dallas has played the right speed the last 2 forehand shots. He has to just get another 3 foot of grass.
let's see, here we go. He's coming down now.
Another good view of his delivery. Very good delivery. He's got a lot more grass.
I'm not sure he's going to get back in time. Which
He's
is
a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Had the grass right. Disappeared into the sink.
I think if I was Fred, I'd be playing the other hand now for a bit of safety. I don't want to,
Well, he doesn't want to.
like he did with that last one.
He's got the mat, so we get a different length, and the whole game can change completely. He's got a shot, and he's now got the mat, so he doesn't want to do anything silly.
Yeah, no,
That's safe enough.
it's a good skipper's bowl, that. Away from the head where you've got shot.
That's it. Known as a good skipper's bowl, I often call that.
So we'll see what changes Fred makes now.
Morning from the Philippines, from Mark Rossington. Good morning all, from Mike Emberton.
Mike Emberton, my very faithful pairs partners. We've had some great success over the years.
Okay.
We won gold at Nationals in 2023 over in Perth.
Very good. How are the Perth greens? Fast. I never played in Perth, but all the stories that I have of people playing in Perth can be windy and can be fast.
Yes, we were at the Warwick's Bowls Club. Very great facility there and very good members. They looked after us very, very well. Their synthetic was running very, very fast at around 17, 18 seconds, and I believe they've got 1 or 2 Santa Ana greens and a Tift Wharf, so not quite in. So we 1 to Fred. So it was very interesting playing there and playing on all the different surfaces at the same club.
Okay. I think Grubsy Thurlow came back from playing a test series, the Alley Shield, where they play everybody. All the states play one another, and I'm sure he reckoned it was 20 seconds and 30 knots of wind.
Well, it's probably not far wrong. Been in plenty of places where the wind's popped up.
That's back in the old days where it was pre-carpet greens. The only real carpet greens was one at Warilla and one at Tweed Heads in the indoor.
That is some time ago.
We have carpet greens everywhere now. We even have 3 clubs in our area that have carpet greens.
It seems to be a popular go-to replacement for the greens. Of course, they still need their own maintenance, but
Minimal in comparison.
Great line there from
Freddie's
Fred.
trying. He's thrown the length he wanted.
He's shortened it up quite a bit.
And he's drawn one pretty close. See, Dean Akers won't be watching this game, Freddie, so because he'll still be suffering being a very savage Blues supporter.
I think Dallas is just a little too wide. That hand is getting a little bit narrower with when the breeze pops up.
Let's see if Freddie can put another one beside it. About the right grass.
For that hand, it's a very good grass.
About the right weight.
I think we'll see Dallas stay on his forehand here. I don't think he'll want to. Be nice to use that bowl rather than roll it in closer.
Still out in the sticks. Coming back a bit.
So that'll be two, Fred. 2 discs go up.
Grass again, somewhere near the grass, Fred.
Yeah, Fred's sticking with that hand, that grass. It's working for him, so...
Another shot. Another good shot. 3 on the line.
This will be a good test to see what Dallas does. Don't want to panic here and...
It doesn't take long for the game to change when you change the length.
No, not at all. He's fixed his line.
He's corrected his grass. He could even get shot with this. Oh, it's just going to miss.
It's a very good bowl nonetheless.
Got away further than I thought it would with that little tickle on the shot bowl.
Yeah. And let's see Fred. He's going to stay with his forehand. I thought he might have just switched over his hand to look for a bit of cover, but...
The ladies' fours game must be over. The crowd's starting to roll in.
Yeah, there's lots of people inside the building. You probably can't see that, but... He's finished.
Going to be 4.
Just in front of Jack High, so...
Probably 4.
Dallas just needs to cut this one back.
Second shot would be lovely here. Got away well.
Well, down to his weight now.
Has to arrive to be second shot. Does it get here?
He's not far off of it. I'd say yes.
Great shot, second shot. That's what he needed. Had to dig it right out of the bottom of the locker too.
Absolutely.
Cut 3 out with that. A little 4 would have sprung Fred into action, getting up as far as 11, but we'll keep him on 8.
Yeah, I think we'll see Fred stay with the shorter end.
Yes, he won't be
throwing
throwing it up near the tee, that's for sure. Serena Bonnell won that game, Robbie, did she? Okay. So she's into the final, and that's the next one to be live streamed, isn't it? at 11:45.
Certainly is. The women's singles final will follow this one. 11:45 start.
Alison Meeker and Serena Bonnell. Oh, he's thrown it up on the 6-foot line.
He's got the mat right up though.
It's a shorter end than we've been playing, but the jack's still on the 6-foot.
Grass looks good there for Fred. Length is not that bad.
Handy bowl.
You see that the difference that wind makes. It just that last 2 or 3 feet of turn.
Bit of wind whistling around the place at the moment. Here's a bloke wanting to stay awake forever. He's got 6 cups of coffee on a tray.
That's a decent reply there from Dallas. Just a bit long. Be scratching his head with that one, trying to work out why that turned so much, but the wind actually stopped down this end, so allowed it to travel on. Another good line from Fred.
Another good line, another good bowl. Look at that.
Yeah, very, very handy there. Might make Dallas change his hand.
Dallas will swing over. Dallas has got another game in him after this one because he's in the final of the pairs with Pothole Kinnear.
Oh, that's a good effort there from Dallas. Yeah, that one we're not live streaming, but...
No, we're live streaming Serena in the ladies singles final.
Yeah, that Dallas would be playing again with Scott Kinnear, and they'll be playing against Heath Haylett and Steve Minton.
Which is Waves and Pelican Waters from the sunny coast.
So Fred's going to go under if he misses his front bowl.
No, could still be 2. In the area.
It's just going to finish behind, I'd suggest.
Not a bad bowl. Didn't make any difference to the 2 shots, but it was a pretty handy home.
No. Fred will be wanting to make sure he hits double figures on this end, and I think we'll see Dallas with that one of his behind, maybe add a foot or 2 of weight, see if he can drag that kitty or move the
didn't want to
bowl.
hit the kitty. Gonna hold 3 up.
A very good shot.
Well, Dallas was 4 down last end, drew second shot. He's 3 down this time. Freddie's giving him a bit of a, I'm still here, I'm still in the game.
Still just draw weight.
A little over again.
Yeah. That's an interesting angle there, Robbie. I would suggest it's 2.
She's indicated 3. You always back her. I think we go to 11. Now we're talking about the pairs game coming up with Steve Minton as the skipper, where you've, on this little sheet I've got here, you put his up to 3 achievements in. So the first one he's got is his first major tournament he's played in, and the second one says he was the New South Wales Junior Yo-Yo Champion in 1964.
Oh, there you go.
What a fantastic rap for a person playing in the final of the Vision-Impaired pairs. In 1964, he was the New South Wales Junior Yo-Yo Champion.
It's good to see he's got a bit of humour to put that in there for himself as an achievement.
Well, someone else might have put it in there for him. That'd be even worse.
Yeah.
Okay. Fred's got the kitty up a fair way. And seeing as he's drawn 7 close bowls of his last 8, we'd say he's on a bit of a roll.
Very much so. All comes down to his length. This is a little bit longer than the other two. Not by much, only a couple of metres, but it might be enough to make some difference.
He's thereabouts again.
Yeah, very good start there from
How
Fred.
about that for thereabouts? When you're hot, you're hot.
Serena Bennell winning her semi-finals 21-11. Oh, semi-final. Oh, is that a wrong bias from... It certainly looks like a wrong bias.
That's $1 in the bin on next Wednesday. Shouldn't say that you should have a good look at the rings on it because you were talking about blind bowlers here. You shouldn't say anything like that, should I?
No. Fred's down well again.
It can throw you a bit when the opposition's put one toucher right on it, first bowl.
Very much so. It interferes and disrupts your pre-delivery. You won't make that mistake again.
I reckon he was correct on his first one. Kelsey won the fours game, you're telling me, Robbie? Okay. Got to hang on here or it'll be the same as the wrong bias. We might have to try and go back, Robbie, see if that one's on the green.
Yeah, it's right back there, but right in the shadow. Yep. Right behind the blue bowl.
Hard in the shadow there. Freddie's going to plonk another one near it. Kelsey won a fours game 23-14. Okay, that put her into the final or the semi-final? That was the final. Okay.
And Dallas, he's got the right weight. He's just a little bit under.
11 titles for Kelsey. I know they were having a great game against the Kiwis yesterday morning at Helensvale when I was there. They were shooting 1 for 1 and apparently they played an extra end as well for the Kiwis to knock out Lindsay, I nearly said Armitage, Lindsay Clark and Kels. Another good shot, Fred.
Yeah, I'd suggest that that'd be at least 3 that he's holding there.
He's bowled 1 bowl outside 2 foot 6 in the last 3 ends. We have to get the mat back somehow, Dallas, and get that long end going.
And he's on a very good track here.
This might be the one that gets it back in the swim.
Very good track. Just a little over, but it'll be, if he hits, yeah, that might be enough for second.
Mark is going to tell us.
No, it's still 2 to Fred, she's indicating.
Yep. 15-13.
Mm.
Fifteen, 13. And we've been going for 2 hours, nearly. Not quite, but
Almost, yes. 3-hour time limit on the final. Fred waiting for that kitty to come back on the bias, but doesn't have it. And into the ditch. So now Dallas has an opportunity.
this might be what we needed for Dallas to bring that mat back.
Very quick to go up and get that mat.
Didn't bring it all the way back, just enough. It's where he's been playing from.
It is from there to the tee. So we'll see. Been a little while since he's thrown the kitty.
Somewhere up near the tee, not a bit short of any part of the tee. We go to 13, Robbie. That's it. Fred's really grabbed the bit in the last 4 ends. He's been on the jack.
Very much so. The change of end hasn't gotten under his skin that much, though it has
A little
left
bit
Dallas
off.
some room.
A little bit off. That's the furthest he's been away in 12 bowls. Picked his grass pretty well here.
Very well, and the weight doesn't look too bad either, so...
Didn't curl as much as I thought.
No, he's a couple of bowls behind Jack Hype. Be feeling a little bit more relaxed now that he's got one close.
That he hasn't bowled a wrong bias.
Yeah.
They'll be giving him a bit of a serve over that back at home.
Okay, Fred's bowl just hanging out there. That hand is narrowing up a little bit when the wind gusts.
I don't know which way the wind's coming from, but that hand's not swooping back as much as the other side.
You know, when the wind's not there, it'll swoop a little, but when the wind's there, it just stands up, takes the weight off the bowl, trying to fight its way back.
And see if this one can hang up.
This one's going to roll just nicely.
Well, he's back in business. We've got change of length.
And he's put that down on a decent line to try and sit the bowl, but don't know if it's got the weight to hold up to it. Might just slide away. So Dallas is still holding his 2.
18 k's an hour. South-southeast. 20 degrees.
Just another beautiful day on the Gold Coast.
Not so much grass, but it mightn't get away too far. Could even be 3. It's whether or not Fred's going to have another lick at this or not, or draw a second shot. Had a bit of a lick with his third bowl, sorry. The Nelson boys have just turned up. Oh, Freddie's changed his hand. He's going to have a lick on the other side.
Yeah, I think that's the hand that's turning, so really moving away from it now.
2 shots and a chance for 3, Dallas. And we need 2 threes to go out. He's on the springboard to the finish.
It's always the hardest bowl to get, that, is when you have a free shot where you just have to draw.
He's quick, isn't he?
Yeah, just a little over.
Tapping his head there.
He'll still be happy with a 2, plus he's got control of the mat, which is more important considering that they're both got their lengths. Fred's liking the short. Dallas has gone long.
Dallas wants to measure that far one. Make Marty do something, earn his pay. Other than just standing around looking pretty.
Well, it's a great angle to have a look at. When we come back, you'll get an idea as he goes down. Well, it is closer.
Is that 3?
Yes, it is 3.
Well, there you go.
It was, in the end, it was closer by a good couple of inches, I suggest.
It was well in. Well, a 3 and a 3 is what we predicted. Can we do a 3 and a 3?
Well, Dallas has just got to not worry about the score, worry about his bowls.
Well, he's thrown it well. He's thrown it on the 6 foot that he likes.
Yep. It's so important with this first bowl to get it close, put the pressure straight onto Fred.
Marker indicated 2 only there last end, didn't she?
No, I think she indicated 2, and I think she said measure.
Okay. Righto, we've got some sort of a track.
A very good track here. The weight doesn't look bad. The weight's behind, which is good.
Not much behind. Pretty handy bowl.
Didn't quite finish on the line. It looked like it was going to. It would have been nice for him if it did. Bit of a...
Fred likes to have a little bit of a arrive at these sort of close bowls early in the head.
Well, the only problem is only 3 before Dallas goes out, so he won't want to go too heavy and leave his bowls not in play. So he is going on the forehand, which is against arriving on Dallas's bowl.
Played it pretty good. Might be better than pretty good.
He's done that very well.
Might be bloody good.
Very, very well.
Take that, Dallas. You're thinking you had that one in the bag.
Well, I think it's just his weight. It's going to make him go under, but that was
Had a little look at it.
He certainly did. Fred's still having a bit of a look to see what he's going to do.
He'll have to change to his backhand.
That's certainly the smarter choice to do. Come down on the backhand, safer for him. He's got the right line.
Thereabouts.
His weight.
He's thereabouts.
Two very good bowls from Fred there.
Sensational. One on each side. Sit the toucher, or basically a toucher.
I'm surprised to not see Dallas change his hand there. He's got a couple opportunities, but
If he played the same bowl, he'd get it. That's where he went with the last one. Is he quick enough? Is he quick enough to sit that bowl?
He is.
It's unlucky. Good shot. It was almost exactly the same bowl as his previous one that just went underneath that jack there.
That's correct, yes. So just see Fred, see what shot selection he has.
Well, he's played 2 bombs in a row. Doesn't have to do anything different than his previous.
Here he comes. Very good line again. And that's where his last one. Well, he's a little bit in front of that, but
Fell back. Dallas is going to come and have a look.
well, for me, I'd be coming down on the backhand, just a little bit of a reaching weight, a couple of feet, either to sit the shot bowl.
Same shot as he's played in the last 2 bowls.
Yeah, just a little bit wider. Just to try and sit that shot bowl or drag the kitty back to his own.
Little tickle on the jack by a foot or 2 foot. There is one behind somewhere.
Yeah, so by, just close to the ditch, there it is.
Near the lip.
So
It would be possible to make 3 if he followed it just right.
well, he doesn't want to be short. He can afford to be long, so
Fred gets the mat back and draws 4 bowls near it again, as he does as soon as he gets the mat back. We're looking to score for Dallas. Nice delivery.
I think he's just a little bit heavy.
It's a bit high.
So with Fred still one to play, that's it.
I suppose Dallas's wife Sue, she's probably at work. She's probably at work. She won't be worried at all if she's at work, won't be watching this.
Long, lonely walk back to the mat.
Well, he's drawing 3 bowls within 18 inches. The third bowl's 18 inches away. The other 2 were much closer than that.
Yeah, you can't imagine he would have changed much from his
Doesn't
last
have
one.
to do anything different.
Just arrive to his front one will be...
He's up.
Okay, doesn't want to touch that kitty.
It's unlucky not to count.
It's a very good bowl. Just didn't get the right outcome.
Unlucky not to count. Anything else would have been another shot. I was a bit impressed yesterday when Dallas came over to Robbie Alder and thanked him for his tutorage. It couldn't, seeing as Robbie's not actually a coach. That was just on the Thursday nights that come along for barefoot bowls. We just give them a bit, bend your knees a bit and aim them down there somewhere and that sort of stuff. And Robbie said, look, that was no real thing of me helping you out how to play bowls. You've done it all by yourself.
Most people come from night owls. That's where the future pool is from, them and kids, getting their kids in school, getting them while they're young, take away the bad habits.
Yes, some of the fantastic games in the juniors this year, in the state titles for the juniors. The under 12s playing phenomenal bowls. Rightio, we'll see how Fred goes here. He's got the mat back.
Going to his short.
Once he gets the mat, he normally puts it on.
He's a bit heavy, but he's got his short end that he wants, but it's left it open. Dallas has plenty of room to get in there.
Jack's halfway back to the ditch now.
Very good line. Coming back now. It's not a bad weight either. What a great bowl.
Shot. And a knocker.
Yeah, a little knock.
And a knocker. Right, said Fred. Had a little chat with Brian. I guess it's Brian. It says B-R-I-E-N here.
He's very narrow coming down there. I'm not sure he wanted to be that narrow. Wait to go around and behind.
Just on his speed. Don't change your hand, Dallas. Get on that backhand just where you played.
It's a very good line with that weight.
Somewhere in the count.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, well, Fred, you got a choice now.
Yeah, pressure is on Fred now.
He's got 2 more licks if he's going to have another lick.
I'd be trying to draw a close one to stop the opposition getting that game shot in.
The third bowl. That's more a draw shot than the last one.
Just narrow. And it is going in the ditch, yes.
Well,
pressure now on Dallas. What's he going to choose? Just going to stay with what he was doing?
Nothing to lose but his smoker's cough.
That's correct. Just put another one in there and then make Fred do all the work.
Fred's only got 1 more marble. It's heading up towards that other bowl. As soon as it gets anywhere near it, it's 3.
Very, very good bowl.
Falls on its back. Well,
He's got the one bowl left, but he might not have to play it.
Fred will have to dig something out from the kangaroo tour that he went to England with here. He's going to have to dig it out right out of the bottom of the barrel of this bowl.
Oh, the pressure and all the weight.
Didn't give the third one a chance. He gave the second one a chance. And he's given this one a chance.
He's given this one a chance. He's on the right line. It's now
really
down to his weight.
It's a really good shot. He might get the shot out of this.
Has he got the gap?
He's got the jack.
Got the gap. And I dare say that would be it. One. Well. Go down and have a look, Dallas.
Good shot, Fred. Got the jack. He hit the jack. He didn't have anything else going for him. He had to play a super shot, which he did.
Now, she's got 3 up, so I think she was just indicating before to Dallas that, yes.
It's still 3.
Still 3. So Dallas, she was just indicating to Dallas that he was holding shot.
Oh, okay. I thought she said 1.
Yeah.
Well, Fred's played a screamer and he didn't get a result out of it.
No, it didn't look like it had going to hang around and make a difference, but...
Congratulations, Dallas. I predicted when he was down in those semi-final situation that he would win both singles and doubles because he's got a very good partner in Kinnear.
Those last 3 bowls of Dallas's were absolutely brilliant. So congratulations to Dallas Harding.
Fantastic, Dallas. Well deserved too. And obviously Fred had these moments in that game as well.
Well, they were playing the ends game. Fred was really owning the short ends and Dallas was owning the 3/4 of the long ends. So,
and they had their runs. Dallas got 4 to start with, and Fred got 5, and then Dallas scored about 10, and then Fred got 7, and once they controlled the mat, they controlled the game.
Well, that'll be just about it from us here for that first game, Robbie. We'll be back at 11:45 for the multi-disability women's singles final. Be against Alison Meeker and Serena Bonnell.
Thank you, everybody, and thanks, Andrew Reid. And Jim C. would like to buzz off, we'd say, and we'll see you later on. Very good, Robbie.